Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and welcome back to Detention. Previously on Detention, we began to face our inner demons as we looked past the mirror. So we know this transports us. This is just a song, this one. Right there. This sends us to our old memory of a nostalgic song. Piggy. A ceramic piggy bank. Big round eyes waiting to be fed. You need like coins to feed the piggy bank. This is actually a nice song. Someone's home. I don't want to be home. It would have been better if no one was home. I feel like Mom's always been a traditional housewife. She doesn't complain even when wronged. I really don't like that. There's no way to go into the past anymore. Alcohol. Back then, besides the New Year's, Dad never drank at home. I miss the days when he had jokes and stories to tell. Stuff like this always is depressing. I can't see anything out the window. Where else could this be? The greatest horror is man, the dysfunction we cause in our interrelations. A glass juice cup. Pictures of Mom, Dad, and I. The eyes have been rubbed off. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I'm bleeding. What's this supposed to mean? Tears. This looks kind of vaguely like a 1, but this... I don't know. Door is locked. Meet the right person at the right time. Oh, it's time! So... I gotta meet you at about 3:30. And I gotta meet you at about 7:30. Filled glass cup. Okay, they're gone. Damn. Relax. Stop fighting. Stop fighting, it's alright. So we have to look at the time. There's no clock here, though. Maybe this is it? This is pretty trippy. The piggy's broken. Let's try a piggy bank, broken up for one's desires. Did they raid her piggy bank for money? There's a puddle of clear water on the ground. I did something. I'm not sure what that accomplished, though. There's a lot of doors here. Let's investigate the end. I think this was a puzzle here. They walk through here, they go for the middle door. And they go for this door. Then this one. And then all the way to the left. And then to the middle. Well, they went through a lot of doors. Life has many doors, Eddie boy. Especially some that are very depressing. Needles. Drug attic. A note on the floor. Note. Husband cheating, come home late, we specialize in tracking people. So were they tracking the father, or were they... This is just miserable. Back then, laying in bed, I could hear Mom and Dad chatting through the walls. They had such a bond back then. I don't know when their idle chatter turned to deafening silence. Later, Dad only came home when he got roaring drunk. Mom always huddled in a corner trying to hide her tears. It's kind of a shame how many instances of this probably occur in real life. Here we go. Meet everyone at the right time. So right now... Three clocks. None of them are running. It looks like I can turn the hands. It's either like that, or it's like this. I don't quite exactly remember. Let's go down the hallway, see what's down here. The teacher's desk. On it are plenty of assignment papers. I don't think I can quite do anything here yet. Or this is a terrible trap. Okay. There we go. So my logic was correct, but the portraits were flipped, which changed the actual true time. Oh no. It's terrible. One day, Dad came home inebriated and tripped on the front door. I couldn't stand seeing him on the ground all the time, so I went over to give him a hand. Besides the stench of smoke, there was another smell. A faint smell of powdered makeup. Bells are ringing. I do find that song pretty catchy. That might be my preference. Let's try going back. Dun, 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 dun. This is actually... Nah, that's spooks. Always liked this song. But it's corrected. Go for the door of truth. This game has been very good at depicting Asian afterlife and kind of regret in a lot of ways. And it's not doing it in like an overt horror way. I've received your paper plane. I was truly worried you were still having trouble at home. The paper plane symbolism. But it looks like my concern was suddenly unfounded. Like the white daffodil, you were innocent, vain, and candid in nature. Perched beside a pond in your snow white, admiring your reflection. Being different from others can be a tough way to live. But I think I can understand that feeling. You said you want to learn more about my time abroad. All I can say right now is that my past is rather complicated. Unfortunately, many horrible things have happened on this land in the last decade. Believe it or not, our society wasn't always like this, oppressive and cold. Perhaps we should take a stroll down the boulevard on the weekend. There are things our censored textbooks don't mention, but are definitely worth knowing. There's the paper plane. Toss my worries out and receive your guidance. Maybe we have to feed this to the pigu. Radio station. 103. The pig, let's see. I don't see it. Yeah, I didn't think so. This is new here. No pig this time. Oh yeah, our life is shattered. It turns off and on the lights in the reflection. Maybe just turn them all off. Strange. When you follow that shadow in the dark, then you'll be closer to the truth. Follow the shadow in the dark. What is a shadow in the dark? There! The man in the hat. He's running this way. Now he's running that way. But there's nothing here, see? Nothing there, too. So he's only in those. So let's go back and let's follow the man in the dark. He runs that way. Goes to the opposite. Now he runs this way. Keeps running. Keep this one on. We're in. Hoffer's studies always neat and tidy. He always gave off an air of seriousness with a little bit of his own humor. Are we following Father? Close. Got a coin. Gotta feed the pig with that. The feeder's ticket counter. Door shut tight. Let's go back to the pig. Don't you laugh at me. I'll be back. Feed the pig. Put coin? Might have to go to the time when it's broken. The next time here. This one's broken. Here we go. Movie ticket. Now we can go back to the ticket booth. Actors are lunatic and the audience are fools. Oh man, it's Vaporwave. It's my jam. Not only is it Vaporwave, it's retro Chinese Vaporwave. It's really my jam. Pig's head. Oh man, I love this. I am not being ironic here. Good day and welcome. We hope you enjoy your movie. There's one game I really want to play. It's called Kowloon's Gate. It has that kind of aesthetic a little bit. Not like the bright colors, but that kind of retro Chinese kind of look. We dated a teacher or something, didn't we? Is the teacher a socialist? The white jade deer pendant. Oh yep, got a Chivo, more than a teacher. Alright, let's leave. I'm not sure what the pendant's quite for, but there is one door left in that one area. Man in the hat. He ransacked the place. Maybe trying to find evidence. On the floor. Search warrant. It was. I was right. Search warrant issued by District Court of a list of public officials involved in a bribery scheme. When I went home that day, Father had already been taken away. I asked Mom what had happened. She quietly replied, Dad got his hands dirty. Where did he live? Hearing this, I felt as if she was smiling underneath. She turned him in. That's kind of what happens in this kind of culture. Everyone's turning in with somebody. They start working to their own advantage. A reasonable excuse to enter the counseling office. So if I remember my... Should have to go down this one. And we have to go down to the counseling office, which I think is down over here. Goldfish. That was correct. Dead fish. I prefer the semi-vaporwave aesthetic. It's just a little too 90s for me. Counselor. Teacher's desk on there playing his atomic papers. Miss Fong. The counseling process is near its end. I'm glad you are back on track. And hopefully won't be needing me anytime soon. You were just a fling. Goodbye. If there isn't anything else, you should return to class now. I still have plenty of assignments to look at. Counseling records. It's over, no matter what's been written on here, there's only farewell. Goodbye. I think there's only one place left to go. Probably that door. That statement been locked this entire time. Oh no, actually. Oh yeah, we just teleport back to the beginning. Okay, this is correct. My life isn't just a stage show. A glass cup of nauseating color, overflowing with stench of human corruption, plates and cups clash against the walls as father's voice roared through the halls. After a series of curses seething, all that's left is mother's weeping. Our family was once sweet together, healthy and caring when we gathered. And now, every night a restless sleep, every morning hard to wake. So it goes on day by day, the anguish digs ever deep. I was shattered into countless pieces, mirroring the crumbling of a familiar world, in a state of ceaseless decay, plunging into a river of despair, floating in limbo for the rest of our days. I have to get these in order. So the paper or the ear in this. Anticipating when we meet, footsteps ever quick and slight, roaming through a neon forest, strolling past the dazzling lights. I've become a little lark, brushing past the pretty flowers, chasing all the playful butterflies. I glide merrily by your side. I've been an actor in our play, long before the curtain's risen, being held as ever comforting, longing for your love embracing, listening to your many whispers, feeling each other's tranquil breathing. The white deer walked into my grasp. What a pleasant surprise, what a turn of fate, I want to keep this moment in my palms for eternity. All of a sudden, we stopped meeting. You became distant barely, colder than the sun could melt, air around you freezing instantly, my frozen body's beating heart with each pulse tearing itself apart. Again I'm left in abject solitude, in a house that I call home, in a space that I call school, a walking corpse whose mind's without, a sense of loss is drowned with doubt. All that's left is just to walk off the stage. Changmi Hui, we need to talk about this. Miss Yin, it's not necessarily raise your voice like that. Why can't I? What were you thinking going after a child like that? Child? I was already studying abroad at her age. She's old enough to know what she wants. So what now? Will you lead her down this forbidden path? She only needs a push in the right direction, not for you to wrap your arms around her. This is our private matter. It's none of your business. How is it not? You're stuck in your little romance. Did you forget about us? We're already in the same boat, don't you forget. Yeah, I see, without a doubt. Report all of them. They're dead, executed. For crimes against the state. A painful recollection. My soul is shattered into pieces. When I cannot put myself back together and forget everything, I open my eyes and welcome a barren world. You know, I mentioned there is a strong stage theme throughout this entire story. We always almost start on one and we always leave on one. A bit like Pathologic. And we always wake up in that chair. Familiar scene. So let's see who was that, and let's follow them. Once we're back in the auditorium, it's in ruins. This could be the modern, actually. This could be the actual auditorium and what it's supposed to look like. And the one we experienced before was just all part of our vision. Nothing here this time. Our life would vanish, but not our guilt. I am you. Yet you are not me. It's the sin that makes you linger in this realm. Memories like mirrors reflecting the true likeness of your soul. In a world full of pain and suffering. Fong Rei Xian, what do you fear the most? Losing family? I am who I am. Back in the school. This looks exactly like when the other character died. If he was real. That's still up for debate. Just wandering aimlessly. The bonfire of hope is almost depleted, diminishing in the wind. Secret meaning, huh? Some of the book contents might conflict with your everyday thoughts, but this material will help you engage in reflective and independent thinking. Well, let's call it a day. I do want to remind you all again to never mention the book club to anyone else. That might put yourself and others in great danger. And Wei, I'd like to ask you a favor. Yes, Miss Yin, it's about the new books. I've already given the list to Mr. Chang. He said the shipping company won't help us anymore, but he'll figure something out. The government is enforcing restrictions on all imports. Soon the book club might come to an end. Miss Yin, why are things like this? I'm sorry, Wei. There's nothing I can do either. Oh, just one more thing before you go. Mr. Chang never brought us any of these books in the first place, right? I know I can always count on you. Blacklisted return home for burial. Half a century in exile, blacklisted return home for burial. During the period of martial law, see, Miss Yin Shui-Han was a wanted political fugitive. She was lucky to evade arrest and left the country only to be blacklisted. She traveled the world fighting for human rights and freedom for her expression, but unfortunately died of lung cancer at the age of 50. Her last wish was able to return to her hometown. Now this wish can be achieved with lifting of martial law. So she escaped. I'm assuming. But the others, probably not so lucky. Now where? Staring off into an abyss. The way forward is a path to your past. However the road ahead has crumbled. Lead me anywhere and I will follow you like a shadow. Doing some inversion things here. The rail is broken, I can't get in. I see you in the back there. Confusing time. Who can be calling at a time like this? Yeah, obviously we're seeing a paper of someone surviving 50 years later and passing away from lung cancer. Then yeah, this is obviously taking... we're probably already dead. This, you know, this is obviously like the afterlife or something. That's just how it is. You carry regrets, they stick with you for a long time. Sliding doors wrapped in barbed wire. This is when I played the game. Alright, let's go. You're following me, right? Remember when you enrolled, so full of passion, participating in every school activity, showing off your academic abilities, grabbing the attention of your peers and teachers. Then things took a turn for the worse at home. All the attention quickly turned into unwanted scrutiny. So you chose. Let's careful for abandoning first. Oops. This place is completely lifeless. Even ideas are buried here. Remember that fully destroy each book and add the spirit money to throw them off. There can't be any intact book pages or else it would be for naught. Hey, Wei. You're closer with Miss Yen. I heard that she had to flee the country overnight. Is that true? I'm not sure. She never said anything about leaving. Unlike Miss Yen, we don't have the connection to guide us to safety. Aren't you afraid? Well, actually, what bothers most is... Do you know how the reading list got leaked out? Stop asking questions. I'm as clueless as you. Let's just hurry up and finish this. I don't want to get caught. Written verdict from the court. A torn piece of the verdict. Let's see. District level educator is found guilty with students' way and of inclusion of communist forces. Chang Wing-hui is to put death after the court's ruling. Wei Chongqing pleads guilty to affiliation with the communist forces. Reading prohibited text with rebellious and corrupt thoughts. Will be sentenced to 15 years jail time. And this is what happens when you leave a lot of jealous eggs everywhere. one of them hatches and turns into a dragon and eats you. Quite literally. Bathroom. There's a door barred by a broom. There's no one on top of it. Snitcher. Remove the broom? Hell yeah. The song. Excerpt. In that time and fear of forcing herself to breed hatred. Who knew that she would take that leap and leave the world behind? This world behind, rather. Nary a last word because of fear, remorse. The reason remains undecided. I was left with a blur of confused thoughts spiraling through my mind. When I saw the sunlight again, things had changed drastically. My loved one's teacher went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. Save point, huh? I think I'll skip this one, actually. I think the other save was before the major decisions. There's no one in the cart. I remember this now. We're going through all the older areas. Don't follow me. Okay, maybe you should follow me. There's a line over there. Okay. Gonna go across. Have you come over here? A little of a funny puzzle. And immediately on one's determination, this is the philosophy he believed in. That someone should take fate into their own hands. With you following him, what ideas do you hold? Now where? Here? No matter how many times this replays, nothing can be unwound. You can never redeem yourself. Military police. Instructor Bai. This is the book list I mentioned before. I found it on our teacher's desk. Miss Fang, your country appreciates your assistance. Did you think finding something to rely on would stave off your fear? One day, however, he was gone just like that. You've lost everything you can depend on. What choice will you make now? Just gotta keep following the proverbial white rabbit. The roof. This is the end right here. More ways than one. I was the jumper. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Memories are like a mirror, reflecting the true likeness of your soul. Maybe you still want to forget. Maybe you're still afraid. Facing your own aspirations, but not confessing to the truth. I am you. Yet you are not me. Welcome to hell. All you can do is just have a grim acceptance of your fate. Constantly cycling over and over, only river sands you at the end of your journey. Yet the knot of sins still lies unsolved. The bridge leading to Hermitia lies in collapse. So the Requiem with a warm crescendo welcomes you once again. Can't cross over. I was right, this whole thing is just a journey. Back to the stage. Congratulations. Your awards and news. The chair. I understand it all now. So let's choose nice answers from now on. There'll be jump skips if there's nothing new in between. Believe that we're all born free, eager to walk on your own path, and afraid of losing yourself. You are me. So I guess if I choose the right one, then you will respond back to that. The world is immeasurably vast. There's always a place to hide. You are me. That is a charming thought. So life has gained a goal. Next to him, you found yourself. You are me. The instructor's sharp gaze was stifling. You steeled yourself and performed without hesitation. In that one moment, transforming into a pitiless patriot. Easier than you think, right? You are me. Yellow paper plane. From the white deer to my white daffodil, fate holds us apart, so let's meet again in another life to our freedom. So this is a little different right here. Open the door. Cheng Ming Hui, you are suspected of spreading anti-government propaganda, spangling banned books and organizing legal gatherings. The court has already obtained the necessary evidence. We now arrest you on the grounds of rebellious activities. Do not resist on pain of death.
白水先染上一河鲜血，只能如铁锈般凋零。
Amnesty certificate. The certificate of amnesty, name Wing Chongting. Type of pardon amnesty, crime declared invalid. Really? Construction signboard. Evidence of vandalism alongside many signs of protest. So that's what I was seeing. The school. No lodging for laborers. Alas, to be demolished, all to be demolished. Barred from the heavens and hampered from the underworld. Alone and wandering forever she goes. She's talking about our player character. Pitiful. So as we were wandering, we saw him entering the place. Thought I would rot in jail, and they expect to live past martial law. People say I'm a victim of politics. My crime was written off, but my youth is long past. Something lost can never be regained. Letters from home. Let's see, even though I witness sickness and death on a daily basis, it still fills my heart with grief. Your mother's disease was utterly untreatable. I can only hope she died without worry, without pain. A person's body can be physically locked up, but your mind is always free to go where it pleases. Father hopes you can still get some peace of mind in this situation. Stay warm, safe. Eventually, Mother still passed away. Father didn't take it well and had to take a break from his clinic work. His written words were spirited and calming. They support me during my darkest days. See, torn piece of the verdict. Changmui Hui, district-level educators found guilty of students' way and other seclusion with the communist forces. Changmui Hui is to be put to death after the court's ruling. Wei Chongting pleads guilty to affiliation with communist forces. Reading a prohibited text with rebellious corrupt thought will be sent to 15 years jail time. 15 years of my life were taken away by a piece of paper. I can still clearly remember when the military police came knocking and carried me off in front of my mother. Little did I know that was the last time I'd see her face. I returned home from burial. See. Now this wish can be achieved with lifting of martial law. After being released from jail, I haven't had any contact with Miss Yin. I couldn't believe it at first, but I heard she had passed away abroad due to lung cancer. Like with my mother, only after seeing her ashes with my own eyes was I able to realize I had lost a familiar part of my heart forever. See, that time and fear of forcing herself to breed hatred, who knew that she would take that leap and leave this world behind? Nary a last word because of fear or remorse. The reason remains undecided. I was left with a blurry, confused thought spiraling through my mind. When I saw the sunlight again, things had changed drastically. My loved one as a teacher went to a higher place. She was buried in an unmarked grave, leaving me a decrepit man. It doesn't matter what I was feeling back then. Only pain and sadness remained. So Wei lived. He didn't have his throat randomly slit. I'm actually kind of surprised. A large banyan tree's been cut down. It's weathered the storm of generations, yet it fell into the sharp edge of human desire. Oh yes, I was right. This is nice credits. It's a nice way of doing it. Time, it rots everything away. Even I cannot hide from it. So I wonder if the beginning of the game was actually the game itself, and then in a sense it was the memories of our protag there. So that was probably real. That's probably when they first met. And after that, it's an actual limbo. Well, the beginning's a limbo too, but it's like showing an actual event, like I said. This should be the music room right here. No, it's where we met. It ends like it began. So I guess she's has some peace now. Like I kind of called it that it was a situation where someone, reported the other to the military police, and there was like guilt and stuff in the afterlife and everything. So I'm assuming, like she committed suicide. I think she jumped. There is that image of someone jumping, and that one time you go up there. And I think that was her. I don't think she hanged herself. That was more of a symbolic hanging, that one ending. But it's kind of poetically sad. Comes back. She's moved on, but, the memories will remain in a sense. But anyway, pretty solid adventure game. It's not really a scary one, and it's not trying to be or anything. Especially if you're kind of like linked into this culture, I imagine this is a very kind of poignant story. It's more of a kind of sad thriller, almost a bit of a romance than a true horror story. There's a couple of ghosts here and there, but it's not really like going for that. Those ghosts specifically are actually designed to guide you kind of into the afterlife. But solid adventure game. I liked it. A little kind of sad and depressing, but definitely solid. I always have like kind of a grading in the sense of, if you wrote this plot into a movie, would it still stand on its own? Without some little filler, of course, and this one definitely does. I would watch a movie of this, so you can tell the writing's pretty good. Anyway, so thank you all for watching me play the Detention. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.